Hello, fight fans. This is Bob Maloney for my MMA News, and I am joined by my buddy and Mr. Do It All, Gary Grant Jr. Gary is fresh off of a couple events this weekend, and now he sets his sights on USKA, a night at the fights coming up in Allentown. Gary, man, how you been? You're busy as hell, kicking ass, and we got a big event coming up in less than a week.
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired. Like you said, we had a big weekend. Friday night, we were out in Camden, New Jersey, where we put the ring up for the Battle on a Battleship. It was a fundraiser for a Jersey Joe Walcott statue. And I didn't actually get to see the fights, but I understand that they had over 500 in attendance on the Battle on a Battleship. And Alex Barbosa, he's our ring announcer for USKA. Man, the guy's really knocking it out of the park with some of the things that he's doing. He's doing fantastic. And then, of course, we set up for Art of War on Saturday night with the cage and stuff. And Mike Bickings and his crew, they are just doing everything right, man, because it's packed wall to wall. They had chairs. When I got there on Saturday, the place was full, like 800, 900 chairs. And then there's trucks trucking in more folding chairs, you know. So I think they had like between 1,500 and 2,000 in there last night. Absolutely amazing what they're doing. So, but we're all over that, and we're looking forward to a night at the fights at USKA next weekend.
Before we get to USK, Gary, let me ask you because what Alexis did, having an event on like a little cruise ship. Just do you think we might see more of that in the future? Because everything I've heard so far has been so positive about it. Do you think maybe that might be a trend that some people try to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of feeling it out to do it myself with the kickboxing. The problem is they're in a New Jersey Athletic Commission, and it's very strict with amateur fighters. But as far as going with the USA Boxing and stuff, I think it is going to be a huge trend. I mean, it was nice. It almost looked like you were kind of at a wedding, but at a sporting event at the same time. They really did a good job with that. They knocked that out of the park.
All right, now let's move on. Let's move on to the USKA. We got some really interesting fights coming in. Let's go over the card. Tell me about some of the fights that interest you. Whatever fights come to mind that you want to talk about because you've been killing it with some interviews on these guys, and I can't wait. It looks like an exciting card.
Yeah, it's going to be another fun one. The referee, they call him B52, but he was asking me. He literally saw me at an event. He says, "Are you going to be able to top that last card?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because the last one was really, really good. I mean, it had the right mix of knockouts and great fights and great matchups. But we got a pretty good one coming up here, and I got it on a split screen here if I'm looking away from you. But our main event, Cole Fetzner coming down from Canada. He's coming off some big wins in lion fights. Just a tremendous competitor. He's going up against Davis Horacio, and Davis is on a 4-fight win streak. Everybody he's fought in the USKA. His first debut he lost, but then he won a very good split decision fight, and then he's on a 3-fight win streak, knocking people out with knees to the head. So that fight between him and Cole Fetzner, the Muay Thai world's talking about that one. So that should be very interesting, very competitive fight. And I really don't know who's going to come out on top of that. People are asking me to make predictions, and I would never say it to you in live and in front of it anyway. But even behind the scenes, I just don't know who's going to win that one. And that's our pro main event, full rules tie. Trayvon Stevens and Lucas LaRue. I mean, if you were at our last show, the only disappointment that night was that fight. And, the reason being, the short story was Trayvon's cup kept falling out of his pants, and it ended up in a disqualification loss. I'm laughing about it now. I was really upset with it at the time. I thought Lucas LaRue and his fans really got cheated. We gave all Lucas LaRue's fans free tickets to this fight. Plus, he sold like 20 more. So he's going to have double the contingency he's had there last time. That should be a great fight. That was set to be, a real barn burner there. But like I said, it ended up kind of disappointing to most everybody. Been a lot of returning fighters now. I've almost been in control of the USKA for about a year now. So we got a lot of returning fighters coming back. Reginald Carter, big knockout artist. He had some big knockouts on some previous fights. Casey Kilgos, he's fighting Nick Simon. They're both returning. Casey Kilgos, you called it the fight of the night a couple of fights back where, these guys just went head-to-head for 3 rounds. still in harness. He got injured in his last fight. He's back against Johnny Wonder from Algeo MMA. We got some big announcements coming up about the Algeo MMA fighters, but that's not for till the December 7th card.
Oh, you're killing me, man. You're killing
big. I'm talking 6'6", 265, undefeated big. But no, we're not talking about that today, right? Jeff Knapp against Nassar Williams. That's going to be a great fight. Sonia Reyes out of Tiger Schulman's against Camille Smith. That's going to be our feature female fight. Sonia Reyes is unbeaten with us, and Camille Smith is coming in unbeaten. Christian Dexter and Jared Jones. One of the things we're doing a little bit different, Bob, we're doing a NAF Mikhail fight series where we're matching up karate guys against karate guys. So this is the one that we're featuring on this card. I was inspired by that by Ross Levine, who last December when I took over, he was our main event, ended it with a big head kick knockout. But the only thing that guy's done since, 4-0 in glory. And he had another big win last night. So tremendous karate competitor coming over to the kickboxing world. Another female fight, Sigourney Acevedo against Rachel Pintal Martin. Rachel's returning. She won for us big back in January. And then we got some lighter guys, Ray Jensen and Yassine Ahmed making their debut. Eric Dowd back from Tiger Schulman's. He'll have a big contingency there against Colin Hartley. And then we got the Andre Evans and Andre Peterson. But well-rounded card, well-balanced, a lot of returning fighters, and a lot of excitement there.
Well, how is when you're hosting, Gary? How is your week compared to a week where you don't only have to provide the ring or cages? Or is there any more stress involved for you, where you pretty much have everything tied up and it's not a bad week?
Well, it's getting to be a little bit more routine for me now that I'm a little bit a year into it, But the week of the fights, I'm stressed out about the fighters that are going to pull out. I'm almost anticipating problems that haven't even happened yet, and I can't get it out of my mind. I dream every night of my life, and I don't mean like big dreams, big goals type of dreams. I mean like nightmares and dreams. Like last week, I'm having nightmares about putting the ring together and a piece is not fitting. Weird stuff goes through my head. And all this week, it'll be, is the ticket system going to work? Are people going to show up at the door to help? I'm always worried. Like, I always have these dreams, like we forgot the gloves and stuff like that for the fighters. So it's a stressful week. And right around Wednesday, when there's nothing else I can do, I can't really replace anything. I can't fix anything. If no one's buying tickets, I can't help that at that point. Wednesday, I usually, as I get closer, it starts to ease up on me a little bit. And then finally, after the weigh-ins, then it's like, hey, it is what it is. And then I'm always telling myself, I don't know why I stressed about it, because they've all been good shows. I've been blessed. I've been lucky.
You've taken over, and with all your feet on the ground running, man, it's been a great string of shows. I have zero doubt it will continue. Once again, Gary Grant Jr., the man behind the mask over here at USKA, kickboxing and Muay Thai. He's been putting on great shows. Gary, man, have a great week. Can't wait to see you in Allentown coming up this weekend.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it, Bob. And again, I appreciate everything you do for the fight sports world, brother.
My pleasure, man.